And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semi-finals. Welcome back to the semi-finals here of the PiGosaur Cup number 79. We are back. We have returned with our best of 5. Vamos. This morning in the top right corner of Storm Surge, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the red Zerg players themselves representing Stouty Balls. It is YoungYakov. And you know what time it is in the chat? It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we delve into our best of 5 semifinals match. Let's go. Let us go. Welcome to Storm Surge. Bearing in mind, this is not Storm Push. Storm Surge does have a standard standard movements when it comes to the water here in the center of the map, and not pushing, not pulling in any direction is almost standard instead. But this is of course one of the TLMC22 finalists. This is a map pool constructed of the top 16 maps. We have brought them all together. Hello, drone. As YoungYakov does go hatch first, but he's going for the hatch block across the map. Okay, interesting here. A bit of a cheeky build by YoungYakov, hoping to try to delay the expansion of ByuN and cause some shenanigans here. Force a reaction, force out a bunker ideally. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Sorry, I was just messaging some of the tournament organizers about the new versions of the maps, but here we go. We do have our setup here. Bunker on said low ground. We have a bunker on the low ground. We do have YoungYakov. His hatchery does finish. Once again, bearing in mind, this is just a delay. It's just a delay just to disrupt the build of ByuN. So it's forcing out bunkers, forcing out marines. We do see a delay on the add-on swap into reactor to Hellion production and a delay on the CC. So this is already a big reaction here by ByuN. Ideally, ByuN, he would be going for the add-on swap and he'd be making Hellions as we speak to gain some map control, but no, he's been forced to make marines. Back at home, YoungYakov is droning, saturating. He does pull out of gas, getting to link speed and soon claiming his own third base. Again, YoungYakov is just settling into his own game from here, just forcing this more suboptimal play out of ByuN. Oh, as the queen likewise even spreading creep. Yeah, I can spend the tumor. Can we protect the tumor? Can he protect? Oh no! Yeah, ByuN tries to move in, but the tumor will burrow. So once again, YoungYakov will force a scan. He'll at least force a scan. Once again, delaying the expansion even further. Overlord into the main base. We can see here add-on swap into Cloak Banshee. Okay. So no Hellions, no Reapers, but Banshee's behind this. YoungYakov, he does not confirm. Tells the scout, doesn't confirm. Likewise, more tumors being spread. Ideally, Yakov wants to force 2 scans. Ideally, 2 scans here at the natural. Oh! There it is. 1 scan, takes out both tumors, and YoungYakov, he is being cleaned up. At that point, it's going to be cleaned up. Behind this is going to be expanding, taking his own third. Lings a rush across. There you go. Here we go. As ByuN does set up. He does set up on the low ground. Eventually, it took a while, but he does finally take control of his own low ground. And meanwhile, Banshee harassed into the main base, getting 2 drone kills so far. Ooh, no Spore at the 3rd. Bearing in mind, we spoke about this, but YoungYakov, he failed to scout the cloak. Banshee did fail to scout. We'll lose a queen as well. Nice count. Oh no, the drones! They transferred too soon. Yeah, losing another worker here so far. Nice damage by ByuN, catching out a queen, catching out 3 drones, delaying mining, and potentially even, yeah, forcing out a gas geyser as well. Once again, disrupting the economy. So we have a bit of a back and forth here. Yes, on the one hand, ByuN, his build was inefficient. On the other hand, the Banshee does find damage. And now we're up to 2. Second Banshee has arrived. Likewise, we do have our Spire on the way. YoungYakov trying to rush into Muta play. We'll see if he goes unscouted. The Banshees are deep into the main. Oh, getting a drone. They get 1. They get 1 drone kill. Oh, so close to scouting. Barely not. Barely doesn't move in. As ByuN pulls away. ByuN, he does barely pull away. Saves his Banshees, but fails to scout the tech. Doesn't know what's going on. Not yet. But he does find another drone. Another 2, another 3. Oh my god. 3 more drone kills. This is getting out of hand here. Look at the traits. Wait. Yeah, look at the traits. Look at the efficiency here. The hatchery, the drones, the lings, the queens, the overlord as well. ByuN is yet to lose a unit. But will it matter? Because the Spire's almost done, and currently there are no turrets. Now, the issue here is that if ByuN moves out, then he's going to be exposed, and we might see some economic damage. The concern that I have is that, oh, as the Banshees are going to be thrown away, but the concern that I have here is that, can this army be dealt with even? How many roaches do we have? Okay, we have plenty. Yeah, we have 5 more roaches on the way. Ravagers morphing in as well. YoungYakov, he will have a ground army. The Spire does finish, but because of this move out, YoungYakov cannot make mutas. Not yet. He has to deal with this army. He has to deal with this push. As ByuN sims in. Does sim forward. Once again, going to be zoned away. Does pull out, does pull away. Okay, muta production has now begun, so YoungYakov, he does successfully defend against the first push. Remember, ByuN, he still has no way. Oh, never mind. He has turrets. Whoa, ByuN. He scouted. My apologies, he did scout the Spire. He knows. So he's fully aware. Behind this, throwing down his turrets. He's getting ready back at home. Fully aware as to what's going on. And ByuN should be fine. He should be fine here. As we're building up, Yakov's 4th base is late. ByuN is going for his main push. Because of the commitment to mutas, that means banelings are not going to be ready. No banelings, no baneling speed, more importantly. So it's going to be difficult for the Zerg army to engage. ByuN is pushing right through the center. It does move in. The Ravagers, they tend to pile. ByuN rotates over towards the 3rd. And bearing in mind that this position, I believe ByuN, he can lay siege upon this area. He can lay siege upon the expansion as well. He's within range. They're within range of the hatchery. Oof. And roaches are being punished. Yeah, this position is brutal here. Roach Ravager cannot engage. Oof. They cannot get close. They get punished by the tank fire. If you remember, this is one of the feedback. This is some of the feedback that we provided for this map specifically. Was this tank position? Mutas are coming from behind though. He comes in. Yeah, he does try to come in, but GG gets caught. He cannot deal with the tanks, and ByuN, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN, he does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if he can extend that lead. We'll see if YoungYakov can bounce back. When it comes to the game itself, Yakov, he did do an interesting job when it came to disrupting the build of ByuN. That is true, but ByuN, he was able to counterattack with his Banshees unscouted. So even though ByuN took some damage early on, even though it was inefficient, he still went by unscouted. He got across the map, and he was able to do critical damage to make up for his otherwise suboptimal build. Was able to deal economic damage, was able to cripple the economy, and likewise able to scout the Spire as well. What was meant to be a surprise was not. ByuN, he was fully aware of the mutas, and that means that the main push could not be dealt with. Likewise, when it comes to those main pushes, that area outside of the 3rd base is very abusable by tank lines, and ByuN was able to set up and just snowball from there. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into our next game. Going to be loading the game 2. Going to be loading into Wave Breaker. Let's go. Here we go. Spawning in deep on the hand corner of Wave Breaker, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify, leading the series 1-0. It is ByuN. And spawning in the right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player, the red Zerg player himself, representing Soundy Balls. It is YoungYakov. Let's go. I do apologize for being a little bit distracted in the beginning of game 1. I was just messaging the tournament organizers about the updated versions of the maps that are available. Once again, as I mentioned previously, this is an older rendition of the map when it comes to the placement of the rocks, when it comes to the overall terrain. This has been changed, this has been adjusted after receiving feedback. But regardless, it is, of course, one of the TLMC finalist maps. I believe the highest rated map, actually, did come out as #1 when it came to the overall judge scores, and it's definitely very unique. It's a very, very unique map when it comes to the speed zones through the center, when it comes to the longer rush distance by ground, when it comes to the accessible natural as well. It's a very, very unique map. It does break some of the norms that we're used to seeing, and yeah, I'm excited to see how it does moving forward, assuming that it makes it into the actual tournament map pool. Here we go. As ByuN is setting up, just standard rack expand. This time he's able to expand. This time there's no like hatchery across the map. There's no block. None of those shenanigans. Not this time. And now we can see a much more standard early game. Really? As Yakov does look to claim his third. Again, hatch gas pool into a third base, pulling out of gas. Everything's looking normal this time. We can calm down. We can calm down into a normal standard game. We can lock in. As Reaper does poke in. Pokes in, pulls away. Likewise, ByuN's going for his third CC before starport, so economic build here by ByuN. Playing economic. Playing standard. And we'll see if YoungYakov goes for roaches once again. In my mind, just because of the rush distance by ground and just because of the safer nature of things, I would imagine to see, I would expect to see roach play out of YoungYakov. We'll see if he goes into Banelings instead, into Ling Bane. We'll see how he approaches the mid game. In my experience, he's just more of a roach heavy player, but we'll see. We shall see. As ByuN does rotate. Behind this, we have our reactor we have our reacted Hellion into no add-on swap, no early tech lab. Okay, no banshees this time. No banshees whatsoever. Going into liberators instead. A bit of a different build here by ByuN. Won't be as dedicated to his aggression, to his harassment. At the same time, it is going to be lair first by YoungYakov. So very early lair timing. This was at like 340, like 340-ish, 345. So early lair timing, gases are being taken. We have all 4 gases. Now, because it's lair first, because we have a delay in tech, there's no Eva chambers either, there's a very high chance this is 2-base Muta. We're going either 2-base Muta or like a 2-base Roach roll in, assuming we go for the Roach Warren soon. But now they're leaning towards Muta play. We have been, if you've been watching Shin and Sola, they've been very fond of 2-base Hydra all-ins in ZVT. So that's also a possibility. I don't really know if YoungYakov is one to embrace that kind of style. Safety Bailey Nest. It's not going to be roaches. does rule that out. And there it is. There's the Spire. So 2 base muta out of YoungYakov. Very committed, very dedicated. Due to the fact that there are no Banshees, it means that ByuN, he might have a harder time scouting this time. We'll see if the Liberator gets behind the main. But now though, commits. The Hellions, they do patrol. They actually go for the dive. Oh my god, you're straight into the natural. Again, the wall is open. It's a wide entrance into the natural base. The Lings are getting roasted, and we might just go straight into the main, get damage done, and even get a scout at the same time. Yeah, Liberator comes over behind, takes down the Queen. Queen does fall, confirms the Spire, sees everything, and YoungYakov is getting roasted. He's just getting roasted. Oh my god. He cannot get away. 11 drone kills. This is critical damage already. Critical damage. And again, ByuN just taking advantage of the fact that the entrance here is just so wide at the natural base. No SimCity, no wall off. Just walks right on in. And that's game ending damage. 25 drone kills. He's still not done. Oh no. He's still not done. Oof, 33 drones. GG gets called, and ByuN takes game number 2. GG. Whew. GG, well played, ByuN. He will extend his lead here. He's up 2-0, 1 game away from claiming the series. Once again, being greedy here, rushing into tech and delaying your wall off, it feels very, very difficult to get away with on Wavebreaker, just because the entrance into the natural is so huge. To not go for your Evo chambers first, to not go for your tech first, to rush into the fast lair, it is very, very risky, and we saw that ByuN did take advantage of YoungYakov. GG. GG, well played. GG well played. With that, ByuN, he's 1 game away from claiming the series. Meanwhile, when it comes to the upper portion of the bracket, I believe it is still ongoing. We have a couple of updates. We have a couple of updates at least, but it does look like things should be able to line up here when it comes to covering at least a portion of the upper semis. I mean, I'm still hoping that YoungYakov can fight back and make a series out of this, but the pressure is on. The pressure is on, and I'll be honest, we've yet to really delve into our games here. Game 1, we saw attempted muta play got shut down by YoungYakov, and ByuN just pushed and killed. Game 2, we saw ByuN just kill with Hellion Harass. Committed Hellion Harass, to be fair, but was able to just break on through and deal critical damage. We've yet to really experience any kind of mid-game play between our 2 players. I'm hoping that changes here, hoping we can sink our teeth into this TvZ. Give us what we want, Pappy. Let's go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of at Eternity's Edge, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Zerg player. We have the red Zerg player himself representing Soundy Balls. It is YoungYakov. Let's go. Let us go. There we go. Here we go. Welcome to Eternity's Edge. For the first time tonight, actually. True, for the first time tonight, we are going to be setting up into our standard openers. But when it comes to some of the features of this map, we do have our base here on the left-hand side. We do have our gold base on the left. We have high-yield gases in the top right as well. So we have 2 different kind of ways to approach the map. Expand towards the left or expand towards the right. Both have their strengths and weaknesses. I will say that taking these low-ground expansions are very exposed. They're very open, very exposed, very difficult to maintain, but they lead towards a gold expansion. I would say this is more applicable to TVP, where the Protoss player wants to push towards that goal base, wants to push towards map control. Meanwhile, when it comes to the upper portion of the brackets, or upper portion of the map, I should say, the rush distance by ground is very short. From third to third days, shorter rush distance by ground, and you can expand forward to claim some high yield bases and push towards your opponent. In my mind, we should be seeing the Terran player take these expansions and push towards the Zerg and push across the map. When it comes to hyper-aggressive builds, I was a little bit concerned that the rush distance would be too direct here on Eternity's Edge, but I was curious to see how games would play out and whether that would be a factor and whether that would be an issue. So eyes are on ByuN. Assuming we even get there, right? These games so far have been very short. They've been very, very short. As Reaper stands with the initial Lings. Pokes in, pulls away. Third base is being taken for YoungYakov, and ByuN likewise going for his third CC on the low. Whoa, okay. Going for the rack suspend into factory into third CC on the low ground. A little bit of a greedier position here for ByuN, but rushing into his third. Building up into his economy. There's that 1-1-1 follow-up. Sorry, something in. So from here, we do have our initial opener. Here we have our follow-up going into Fake Cloak Banshee. Do love to see it. So Fake Cloak here by ByuN. Yakov back across the map is just droning up, saturating his bases. We're just settling in. Like, there's nothing crazy going on here, not yet. At this point, we're looking for our tech of choice. Oh, it's going to be a 4:13 lair timing. Now, this is later than last game. Last game, it was at 3:45. Here, it's at 4:13. It's still early, though. Like, it is later than last game. That is true, but it's still very early in comparison. Because of the early nature of this, we're looking at gases. Already, we have a second gas on the way. We're looking for a third and fourth gas, and if we do take them, then it's looking like once again the same build, 2-base muta. Obviously a slightly different variation. We do have, I believe, extra queens than last time, but leading towards a high amount of tech, leading towards muta play. Hellions, they poke in, they get 2 drone kills so far. The queens, they do hold their own. They hold their own, they defend. Spores are being thrown down as we speak. Remember, YoungYakov, he did scouts across the map. He did see the fake cloak. He doesn't know it's fake, but to see the researching. Hellions, they just dive in. Oh, they just walk straight in. Oh no! Okay, Lings are in position. Thankfully this time, Lings are ready, and YoungYakov, he will defend. Yeah, ByuN gets punished for the dive this time. Whew. Lings, they clean up. Lair is now done. Gases are being taken, and show us that tech. As we're getting up to 4 gases. A little bit later, though. Yakov is not as greedy as last time. Bailey's speed is on the way. Banshees are spotted. And Yakov, he's not rushing into any tech. He's taking his gases, but he's going into double upgrades. Just a bit of a safer build. And just playing it safe. Going into burrow, okay. Getting into burrow as well. It does build up at the same time. ByuN, he does skirt around the edge of the map. Oh, hello. So we were curious what the fast tech was going to be for, and we still had yet to see a Roach Warren or a Hydrogen or a Spire. We're going for a very fast infestation pit. This looks like YoungYakov wants to go Lingbane into Ultra. Okay. Let's see if we can get away with it. We'll see if we can build up. ByuN, he does claim his third. Setting up back at home. YoungYakov droning up to proper 4-base saturation. He's droning and saturating. Yakov is getting there. Yep, there it is. 7-minute hive. 7-minute hive. As ByuN does move out. Currently, there are no Banelings ready for this, so Lings, they do struggle to keep up. Better trades here for ByuN. Banelings now rolling in, and ByuN does pick up in time. So efficient trades. ByuN is trading well. Hive is halfway done. As we mentioned, the goal here is to rush into Ultras and have a big Ultra spike, a big power spike. But Yakov still needs more time. And until he gets into ultras, there's going to be a massive window where he is vulnerable. Like, Yakov is vulnerable. Ooh, Banshee's a scout. They spot us. They spot the hive. Banshee's a scout the hive. A big moment here for ByuN. ByuN now knows. He now knows that YoungYakov is vulnerable. Pushing on to creep. Yeah, forcing the fight. Oof. Once again, ByuN is trading well. He rotated over, make use of the speed zone, rotating towards the top side. Now Infestors will help immensely. There's 2 Infestors, there's going to be 2 Fungals available. And if ByuN clumps up, ByuN will... Oh, the Bailings! Oh my god! They come into play! YoungYakov, calm down! The Bailings were ready. He knew, Pappy. The foresight. So YoungYakov is holding. He's holding, Pappy. Can he get away with the Ultras? Hive is done. Hive is done. Sends away ByuN. We're waiting for the Ultra Cavern. As at least ByuN is still maintaining this position. Catching at a couple straight units. A couple straight units. There's that Ultra Cavern. This was a little bit delayed, I will say. We were waiting a couple of seconds for that. But Ultra Cavern's on the way. As we mentioned, that's going to be the big power spike for YoungYakov. It's still a ways away though. ByuN can still be active, but now that we have those Infestors out, they're out. And ByuN's being forced to scan. Now he has to scan. Now bar has been revealed. Mine shot's going up. Being dragged forward. Yeah, they're being dragged forward. YoungYakov collapsing in. Coming for the surround. Fungal does land. Does catch the army. Not bad. Yakov, he's holding on. Catching at the army at the same time. Oh, this northern base is still getting quite low. Yeah, still getting low. As Yakov pulls away, Vipers are amassing. We have Kindness Plating now in production as well with that Ultra Cavern. And Ultras, they're gonna pop out soon. They're coming. But they're not out yet. And ByuN still being hyperactive. Baiting out mine shots. Ooh, better mine connection towards the end. Massive connection. And, ooh, that's once again we have Borrowed Bailing. There's still another. It's a circling. Never mind. But the Borrowed Bailings catching him out. Yakov. And again, Yakov, he might not be applying pressure. He might not be like pushing into the bases or disrupting the 4th or the 3rd. That's true, but that's not the point, right? The point is Ultras, and he's almost there. 6 Ultras are coming. And as they pop out, there are no Ghosts or no Liberators. ByuN is, I mean, he's aware. ByuN is incorporating Marauders, so he will have a bit of a Marauder heavy composition here, and that will help early on. It is going to be a band-aid solution. Lings, they move in. Pushing towards the mineral line. Lings, they do flood into the base. Getting us over the tank as well. Not bad. A nice run by. Does distract ByuN. Does pull him back. Ultras are scouted. And Liberator production has begun. Again, we need Liberators, we need Marauders. And eventually the Academy. Eventually. Oof. Yeah, mine's just going off. Does catch one of the Vipers. Nice power one here on the medevac. Does power bomb. Does catch some of the Marines. Yakov pulls away. Both armies are max. Once again, the Borrowed Bailings. No major connections. But still grazing ByuN's army. Oof. As Yakov is cleaning up, at the same time dropping to the main base. Ooh, does fly too close to the sun. Gets shot down by the Spore. Yakov, he's holding on. ByuN getting into triple Liberator production. Let's go more starports on the way. More starports, more Liberators. ByuN securing another expansion. This will be a very difficult base to maintain. It's very open, very accessible. He's going for his 5th. Yakov, has he done it? He's going ahead and slating. He's about to have 3-3. 3-3 isn't done yet. Marauders, they push forward. They catch out one of the ultras. One ultra goes down. He gets one. Fungal does land though. Yeah, lands a fungal. Ultras, they collapse in, and there are just so many of them. 6 ultras, they just barrel on through. Ooh, the mine connections though. You get some decent mine connections. Marines, they try to get away. Oh my god. Yeah, they pull back to the natural. Ultras, they flood in. At the same time, the mineral line is going down, and YoungYakov, he has done it. 26 SCV kills. He breaks the third. Pushing into the natural. Catching out 29 SCVs. Oh. ByuN with the counterattack. Okay, knocks down the expansion as well. The burrow though. Does he scan? Does he notice? He does. Yeah, the mineral line also goes down as well. We're trading bases. We're trading expansions. Let's ByuN keeps dropping. Keeps on dropping. There we go. Here come the mules. Fresh base. I believe YoungYakov, he's yet to scout. Yep. He's yet to scout, yet to confirm. ByuN is still in this. May have lost a mineral line, but hey, he kills the mineral line himself. Ooh, dragging the army into mines. Shuts down the Zerglings, dropping the main base, getting out of hand. Okay, it's getting out of hand, getting out of control, gets into another mineral line, more drones going down, 19 in total. And Yakov, he's struggling. Can he keep up? Oh my god. There's too much freedom. Yeah, freedom has arrived. We have those liberators. Another base is going to be falling. Another expansion goes down. Even the minerals, even the drones as well. 25 drones. Stimming into the main. Another hatchery falls. And ByuN, he's getting out of hand. He's getting out of hand. He's getting out of control. Oh my god. Another mine shot. 27 drone kills. And sure, ByuN, he may have lost the mineral line earlier, but that cost YoungYakov 6 ultras. That's the issue, is that YoungYakov, he lost every single ultra. Did plummet in supply, and now he's down to how many? Down to 5. Making 3 more. He's rebuilding his army. But he lost all those bases to the counter attack. He lost all the expansions. Yakov trying to come in from behind. Does the planetary base. They're all in. Ooh, massive connections. Planetary goes down. As we mentioned, this base is just so open. This base is just so open, so exposed, so difficult to defend. ByuN was not quite in position. Does scan for the borrowed banes. And we'll catch both ultras. Both ultras go down. Ghost production finally has begun. As ByuN didn't have the room for it earlier, but now he does. ByuN is perfecting his army. Yakov, he was not able to re-drone. And ByuN's pushing in once again. And mine shots going up. Nice split here against the Parabomb. Ultras are exposed. We need more Link Bane. He needs more, Pappy. I love the placement of the speed zone. And we mentioned this like during our judging stream. But it allows for moments like this. It allows for like more brutal like run-bys and counterattacks. It's going from Unforgiving. Bane's rolling in. Snipes, they punish at least the Overseer. The Ultras do get away, but the base falls. That's all that matters here. Bases are going down, and YoungYakov, he's broke. Yakov, he's broke. He just cannot mine, cannot expand, losing base after base after base. Losing everything. He's gonna lose another. Yeah, another expansion's under fire. Snipes are denied. Ultras, they have to engage here into the mass marauder, and the base still goes down. Ay, ay, ay. The hatchery falls. 3 more ultra kills. Oh my god. Liberator pops up. Yakov cannot keep up. He had some strong moments, and again, Yakov, he got into hive tech, he got into the ultras. The one moment where Yakov was in control was when he pushed. When he broke the mineral line, but he pushed further into the main, into the natural. He overextended. That was the moment where YoungYakov lost his momentum and where ByuN gained it. For a moment, I thought this was like mass drop alerts. I think. Never mind. Yeah, Link run by is denied. ByuN, he reclaims that southern base, taking the top right as well. Taking more expansions. ByuN, he has better mining. He has a greater economy. As Yakov just cannot maintain these bases. He can't do it, Pappy. He cannot keep up. As ByuN is about to max. ByuN did notice the Lings earlier. They did get within range of the sensor tower. ByuN's in position. Anything wrong by does not get in. Oh. Lings getting caught out by the mine. ByuN, he wants those ultras. Oh! Ooh, the mine shots. Brutal connections. ByuN still moving in. The ghost count is non-existent. Yeah, did not get back into ghost. Just continued Marine Marauder. I mean, it's working. It's a cheaper army and he's trading well. Once again, dragging the army into mines. Catching up more ultras. Down to 7. Oh no! Okay, nice splits. Very nice splits. He's off the minefield. And Yakov is yet to stabilize. He still needs to drone. He needs to drone, he needs to saturate, he needs more bases. He needs more expansions. Yakov cannot remax after these fights. He just can't do it. Yakov shocking around. Oh, the scan! Oh, catching up both infestors. A brutal scan. Both infestors go down. Fungals are denied. There are 2 infestors remaining. Okay. We have them a little bit further back. But again, Yakov is heavily reliant on these fungals. Lands 1. There's 1 fungal left. Catching out a couple of marauders. Yakov desperately trying to take that northern base. And ByuN is pushing. He's pushing in this direction. He knows he wants those expansions. Ling around by does cause a distraction. Oof. Oh, God. Jesus. Yeah, the mines are fine. They hold their own. And again, once ByuN can break into this expansion, he can push into top right. To the top side. To his northern bases. He can then rotate. He's so close. ByuN going for a split push. Yakov is ready for it. Yakov is somewhat ready. Oof. And mine shots going over the mainlings. Ultras, they get dragged into the mines. We're overextending here. The ultras, where are we? Yeah, it's gonna be two ultras just being thrown away. Being thrown away. We can't afford these losses, Pappy. We can't afford to just throw away ultras. Yakov, he has no gas bank. Has no gas. And ByuN is done it. As you can see here, ByuN, he's been slowly creeping forward, and now he's finally within range. Yakov forced the fight. Fungal does graze the army here, but the ultras are going down one after the other. Massive pickups, losing 3, 4 ultras, and the expansion. GG gets called. GG gets called. ByuN, he breaks through, and ByuN will claim the series 3-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. ByuN, he will claim the series. He will advance on into those finals. But a shout to YoungYakov, because even though this was a 3-0 scoreline, Yakov, he looked very strong in that third game, specifically in the first half. In the first half, remember, YoungYakov, he was able to tech up, able to get away with his hive. He was catching up ByuN time and time again with borrowed bailings, able to go for counterattacks, run-bys. It was a very impressive play there by YoungYakov up until his push. Like up until that big maxed out move out where YoungYakov, he got away with his ultras, he had 3-3, he had kindness plating. I don't blame him for committing, but he committed too hard. He broke the third expansion and then he just kept going into the natural main base and he bled out 8 ultras that did trigger ByuN to counterattack. And that was the moment where ByuN killed the northern center base, the straight up northern base, and then the southern base as well. That's when ByuN he broke out. He was able to knock down bases because Yakov lost too much. He lost so many ultras in that big fight. His remax was delayed. There was a window in time where he was down in supply, he had to rebuild, he had to remax, and that was when ByuN did take full advantage. GG. GG, well played, congratulations, ByuN does claim the series, and with that, we are catching up on the rest of the bracket. Let's go. Let us go. As it looks like Clem took down Hackers top 2-0. We have Strange taking down the Shameless 2-1, and we have a Clem versus Strange in the upper semi-finals. I don't know if anyone was covering them. I would imagine that I think Dave Tessa might have been casting that series. Oh, sorry, Enki. There we go. Eled Mosso, papi, Eled Mosso. Game 1? Wow, okay. Looks like they're in game 1 of Clem versus Strange, so we're gonna at least jump into game 2. At least game 2. So it looks like we will be able to cover the upper semis and then the grand finals. Here we go. So we're setting up. Versus Strange. Otherwise, we're going to be going on that short break, so we'll see you guys. Oh, but they got in. No shot. How fast were they? That's crazy. That's insane. We're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have the upper semis. We'll have the upper semifinals. It'll be best of 5 between Clem and Strange. See you soon. See you soon after that break.